So namaste, good evening, everybody. Welcome. So glad you were able to join us this evening. With all my heart, it's just my deep pleasure, my deep privilege, my deep honor to be in your company and to welcome you on the behalf of really the whole sangha of Anam Cara, the Meditation Foundation, and tonight's program. We have so many wonderful, loving souls that have been supporting us over the years and now able to join us on this Thursday night virtual satsang. So welcome to you all, old friends and new. And we're going to be beginning with the opening mantras. Hopefully some of you have been able to download the chanting sheet from the Anam Cara meditation website. And so if you know the mantras or have the sheet, you're welcome to chant along. The mantras, again, as we talk about, are really a potent way for being able to shift the mind. All practices really are aimed at how do we get the mind out of the way? You're already God. This is all God. That's all there is. Nothing left out. But the mind as an instrument for separating and dividing up the infinite into finite pieces, that prevents us from knowing that directly moment by moment. So really all the practices, mantra, chant, sitting, meditation, are all aimed at how to both quiet the mind and then in the spaciousness of just pure boundless awareness, be able to directly perceive the divine in each moment, every being, everything that we encounter. So the opening mantras are a way to help invoke that. So that's where we start with. So we'll be chanting the opening mantras and then just sitting for a moment in the stillness. It's said that all mantra arises out of stillness and dissolves into stillness. And so stillness is the fruit of mantra. We do mantra and chants in order to be able to enter that stillness and reside there. Then over time, be able to perceive that stillness as the ground of our being, as the ground of all creation, present in every moment. So here we begin. Shri Kali Devi Ki Jai Gajananam Bhutanganari Sevitam Kalpitan Jambho Palachar Bhakshanam Umasutam Shokam Vinashakarakam Namami Vigneshwara Parapankajam Shri Lanishaya Namaha Shri Lanishaya Namaha Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamandaya Purnameva Vashishate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Mata Kali Devi Ki Jai. So namaste, welcome again. So good to be with everybody. In these challenging times, we want to embrace the whole world with the love, the compassion that is the root of our being, and is really what mantra and the practice of use of mantra and chanting is all about. When I think about mantra and what a gift it is, last week we were talking about Shiva, and in the Shaivite tradition, the understanding that at all times, in all places, we can see these fivefold powers of Shiva operating: the power to create, the power to sustain, the power to dissolve, the power to conceal, and the power to reveal. And that's going on in a limited way with our mind, and it's going on the cosmic way of sustaining the entire universe, all as a play of that Shakti, that power of consciousness. And mantra has a particularly important role to play, in a sense, with those five powers, because mantra, in a sense, is really also the power of revelation. So just as where our nature has been concealed by our boundless self, it's not something the mind can do. So it's not the mind that can get us out of that. So in order to get free of that illusion of this all being separate, all being different, God not being present, we need the power of revelation and transformation. And mantra, in a sense, is that gift from the infinite, reaching out into the space of the ordinary mind in a way that the mind can take a hold of, as sound, as meaning, as vibration. So that puts that level of mantra within the domain that the mind can embrace and be embraced by. But the mantra goes way beyond that, because then mantra, as we become absorbed in it, begins to reveal both its true nature and your true nature. And that's the divine. That's God. You've never been anything else but that. And the power of mantra is what brings us home to that direct experience, that loving, living presence permeates every moment, every being, all of creation. So the gift of mantra from the infinite, sort of reaching out to its own finite self, its own creation, to say, here, this is the way home. This is the way to come back to the heart, the essence of who you truly are. And then you can see the unfolding of this drama from a whole other perspective. And then our boundless qualities of love, compassion, joy, wisdom can be brought through this vehicle of the mind and body into everyday life. And certainly at this time, in this age, we desperately need that. This is the age that's known as Kali Yuga, the dark age, where adharma, where illusion and ignorance are really at their highest point. And so cutting through that is this power, this boundless power of the infinite as a throb of mantra to embrace us and bring us into that direct understanding, that direct experience. So tonight, because it's the third Thursday night of the month, and at Anam Cara, what we've been doing is following a cycle of different programs. And the third Thursday night of the month, we do more chanting. Often kirtan with drum and that kind of thing, but because we're in isolation here, we're going to modify that a little bit. So we're going to do more chanting than usual this evening, and then be able to sit in the stillness of meditation, the fruit of mantra. Right? And we're going to be chanting, rather than a call and response, we're going to be chanting in unison. And so we'll be starting with the chant, and the first chant that we're going to do this evening is Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga. And the words are up in the chat box if you haven't had a chance to download the chanting sheet that has that. But we're going to be chanting that, and Mata Kali, Mata Durga, these are names of the infinite divine, the feminine face of the divine in all her power. And it's both her power that gives birth to all these different forms. It's also her power that relieves us of being solely identified and bound, caught up in the forms that the mind creates moment by moment. So she reaches out to us with the mantra, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Kali Durga Namo Namaha. Kali Durga, I bow to your name. Because the name is the very thing that is named. Kali and her name, that is Kali. It's said that when you have the mantra dancing on your tongue, you actually have the divine present there. So Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Kali Durga, Namo Namaha. And all her love, it's a love song. To me, chants and mantras, they're all love songs. They're all the outpouring of the infinite that then stirs that same vibration, that same throb of the infinite within us. So we'll be chanting this for a bit, and then we'll sit in stillness for a moment or two before we then do another chant. So I'm going to start. You join in as you feel comfortable. You can sing the chant along at home. You can hum the chant. You can rock and you can sway. The whole body gets involved with chanting. My Guru Muktananda Swami used to say that chanting, the power of chanting, goes where nothing else can go. That the throb of mantra permeates right to the marrow of our bones, setting our entire being free. Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durga, Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Kali Durga, Namo Namah. Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kalim Durge, Namo Namah, Kalim Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kalim Durge, Namo Namah, Kalim Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kalim Durge, Namo Namah, Kalim Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kalin Durge, Namo Namah, Kalin Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kalin Durge, Namo Namah, Kalin Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kali Durge, Namo Namah, Kali Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kali Durge, Namo Namah, Kali Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kalin Durge, Namo Namah, Kalin Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kalin Durge, Namo Namah, Kalin Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kali Durge, Namo Namah, Kali Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kali Durge, Namo Namah, Kali Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kalin Durge, Namo Namah, Kalin Durge, Namo Namah, Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge. Om Mata Kali, Om Mata Durge, Kali Durge, Namo Namaha. Well, I miss having you all here with us. You know, it's just such a delight when we've been chanting together and that whole vibration gets going with all of us together and our voices join together. So I look forward to when we get back to being able to be at the center, and we'll continue to broadcast so that all the folks who can't make it to our center in Armonk will still be able to be with us. Now, this next chant is to Shiva. So Shiva, the infinite, the boundless one. And the words for this chant are also up in the chat box. And it's a bit more complicated. So we'll just be chanting that, and as you read along with it and get into it, and just join in as you like. Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Hara Shambho. Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Hara Shambho. Hem Girijandara, Hem Girijandara, Hem Girijandara, Hara Shambho. He Shiva Shankara, He Shiva Shankara, He Shiva Shankara, Hara Shambho. He Mrityunjaya Sachita Sukhamaya, He Karunandara, Hara Shambho. Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Hara Shambho. Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Hara Shambho. Hem Girijandara, Hem Girijandara, Hem Girijandara, Hara Shambho. He Shiva Shankara, He Shiva Shankara, He Shiva Shankara, Hara Shambho. He Mrityunjaya Sachita Sukhamaya, He Karunavara, Hara Shambho. Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Hara Shambho. Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Samba Sanda Shiva, Hara Shambho. He Girijandara, He Girijandara, He Girijandara, Hara Shambho. He Shiva Shankara, He Shiva Shankara, He Shiva Shankara, Hara Shambho. He Mrityunjaya Sachita Sukhamaya, He Karunavara, Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Hara Shambho. He Girijandara, He Girijandara, He Girijandara, Hara Shambho. He Shiva Shankara, He Shiva Shankara, He Shiva Shankara, Hara Shambho. He Mrityunjaya Sachita Sukhamaya, He Karunavara, Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Samba Sada Shiva, Hara Shambho. He Girijandara, He Girijandara, He Girijandara, Hara Shambho. He Shiva Shankara, He Shiva Shiva Shankara, Hey Shiva Shankara Hara Shambho. Hey Mrityunjaya Sachita Sukhamaya, Hey Karuna Vara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Hara Shambho. Hey Giri Jadara, Hey Giri Jadara, Hey Giri Jadara Hara Shambho. Hey Shiva Shankara, Hey Shiva Shankara, Hey Shiva Shankara Hara Shambho. Hey Mrityunjaya Sachita Sukhamaya, Hey Karuna Vara Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Hara Shambho. Hey Giri Jandara, Hey Giri Jandara, Hey Giri Jandara Hara Shambho. Hey Shiva Shankara, Hey Shiva Shankara, Hey Shiva Shankara Hara Shambho. Hey Mrityunjaya Sachita Sukhamaya, Hey Karuna Vara Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Hara Shambho. Giri Jandara, Hey Giri Jandara, Hey Giri Jandara Hara Shambho. Hey Shiva Shankara, Hey Shiva Shankara, Hey Shiva Shankara Hara Shambho. Hey Mrityunjaya Sachita Sukhamaya, Hey Karuna Vara Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Hara Shambho. Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Samba Sada Shiva Hara Shambho. So this next chant is to the Divine Mother. Bhajamana ma, Bhajamana ma. Oh my mind, oh my mind, oh my mind. Sing ma. Oh, my mind, take refuge in Ma. Oh, blissful mother, Anandamayi Ma. Oh, blissful mother, I take refuge in you. Anandamayi Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Benjaminama, Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Anandamayi Mama, Anandamayi Mama,
Anandamayi Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Benjamanama Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama Anandamayi Mama
And now we'll be doing a slow chant of Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. I bow to the auspicious one, the divine, present in all things, all beings, all time. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. This extraordinary mantra is really the love call of Shiva. Calling you back home, calling you back to yourself. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. So as we become absorbed in chanting the mantra, letting the mind just become absorbed, to disappear into that throb, that vibration. Om Namah Shivaya. And at the end of the chant, we'll just sit in that stillness. The mind can keep coming back to Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, silently over and over, inviting the mind to know that divine embrace, the embrace of the mantra, the embrace of the infinite, the embrace of the divine, that boundless love, moment by moment. It's the one place the mind can finally find absolute rest, absolute stillness, absolute quiet. And in that, the boundless wisdom of knowing unfolds. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. We'll chant for a few minutes and then sit in the stillness. At the end of meditation, I'll ring a gong. We'll chant a few more rounds of Om Namah Shivaya.
Shrimata Kali Mahadevi Ki Jai. Shiva. Mata Kali Mahadevi Ki Jai.
And so we end with this prayer. And may all our practices truly benefit everyone. And may all beings know complete freedom from suffering. Namaste. I want to thank you all for joining us this evening and lending the power of your practice, the power of your consciousness. That is the infinite one. There's never a time, there's never a place when you're not in the divine's embrace. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Kalima. They're a throb of the infinite already arising within us. When we practice mantra, we're just attuning ourselves to what's already present, that living presence of the divine, the infinite. That's who you are. Tatwamasi, Hamsa, I am that. Knowing that, living with that, allows us to bring the strength, the love, the compassion into the moment to deal with all the things that go on in the world, that have gone on for all the ages that humanity has walked this earth and beyond. So we have that power, we have that strength, we have that living presence. And meditation and the practices, they bring us into that state of knowing that, so that we have an unshakable equanimity. It's like the floor of the ocean. A hurricane can be raging, waves can be 100 feet high, and the floor of the ocean unmoved. The ground of our being, that's where we can find rest and bring forth that strength, that compassion, that love that we need, the world needs, moment by moment. So again, thank you for your love, your kindness, your support, your generosity, and your gifts, your donations. Anam Cara is a nonprofit organization, and everything we do is a result of people's generosity and gifts. So from the bottom of my heart. I thank you all for that. Next week, we're going to be doing Heart Sutra, and we're going to be chanting that and discussing that. We're also going to do an additional practice. One of my teachers is Eminent Sewang Sita Rinpoche, head of an ancient monastery in Bhutan, actually got in touch with me today and said, especially good time to be doing some Tara practices. He's a head of a Tara lineage and had given me empowerments and teachings in that. So we'll also be doing Tara chant next week. And Tara is a feminine face of the infinite, a feminine face of Buddha consciousness. That said, to hear the cries of suffering of all beings and reaches out to remove that suffering. So we'll be doing those practices next week as well. So right now we're going to open up some of the mics. If people want to say hello, so take refuge in the mantra, take refuge in yourself over and over. That's what gives us the strength to move through this and to see this is all the unfolding of the infinite, the divine, mysterious to the ordinary mind, but knowable to that consciousness, which is our true nature. That's where we find the wisdom, the strength, the love, the compassion. Well, namaste. Good seeing everybody. My love is with you always. And
thank you.
Feel your presence, your divine, infinite, boundless love. Enough there to embrace the world. So,
Thank you.
We'll
Thank you.
see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Namaste.